Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. And my name is Oludare, your regular host. Today, we're going to be talking about another important topic that buzz that uh, you know, that really affects sales. Right? We're going to be talking about high ticket closing, and I'm going to be sharing powerful strategies that I use to close high ticket client. But before we proceed, I want to thank everyone that has been joining these programs every week. I want to say thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your contribution every week. You agree with me that it has been a month of learnings of gaining practical skills, insight about industries and the way we need to run our business. Here we don't just talk about money, all right? We talk about practical skills that will help us to have financial freedom, to build wealth, whether you're a financial advisor, whether you're a business owners or medical professionals. Here we share practical insight about how to build wealth. Like, making money is a different thing, but building wealth is a totally, a different thing entirely. So we need to understand, how do we build wealth? How do we, intentionally grow wealth and pass it on to other generations? Again, each session is actually help you equip you to face, future challenges, especially when, for those of us who are in sales, right? So I want to say thank you so much for joining. I want to appreciate all your contribution. I want to appreciate for those that have been sending messages. I really want to thank you so much for joining. So as you are joining, I want you to also to do me a favor. Send the link to people that you think they might be interested in learning about sales or financial success, or they want to build wealth. Please send this link to them, and please type your name and where you are joining from. I really want to know you, okay? Because it's going to be interactive session. So it's not just about that webinar that you go and just learn, right? Here we share practical skills that will help us to close high ticket sales, right? And I will be showing, I'll be giving you examples of how I'm closing high ticket client. All right. So thank you so much for joining. Right. So again, for those of us who are in sales, right, let me share this secret with you. Sales is not difficult. All right. But when you understand, or when you learn the skills of selling, right, it makes your life much easier. Many people, for so many reasons, they don't want to go into sales. Probably I say because of fear of rejections, because they don't want to be. Some people feel that when they are calling people to come and buy, it's like maybe you are trying to persuade them, or you are forcing people, or maybe you are like trying to compel them to do what they don't want to do. It sounds like that, but it's because you don't understand the strategies behind closing. All right. And sales could be very, very rewarding if you understand the skill set that help you to sell. So once again, welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. So I will just quickly go ahead and pull up my slide, and I will show you what I have for you today. Please take your pen, your paper, please jot. And if you have any question, please put it on the comment chat. I really want to, learn from you as much as you are learning from me as well. I want to learn from you. And if you have any contributions on the way we can actually improve on this program, please put it on the comment chat. We welcome your criticisms, we welcome your contribution, your suggestions. We really appreciate that. So we're going to quickly pull up my slide and we'll go into the presentations. Today, we're going to be talking about mastering the psychology of closing high ticket client. This is not for insurance agent alone, it's for real estate agent, mortgage agent, and coaches, right? So if you are selling mortgage, if you are selling real estate, if you are selling um, um, coaches, digital marketing, this is actually for you. Because why? Some of us didn't close $1,000 sales, right? Because why? We feel that it's a big number that you don't want to talk about big numbers. But I want to tell you that big number is very good. Talk about big numbers. But before you start closing high ticket client, there are strategies that you need to master. There are things you need to understand, right? I used to be like that in the past. I used to think that closing high ticket client is not possible. All right. But in today's market, right? High ticket clients, they are much easier to close than even low ticket clients. Let me repeat myself. High ticket client, okay, they are much easy. It is easy to close high ticket client than low ticket. And I will show you why that is possible, right? So let's quickly go into disclaimer. The presentation is for educational purposes and education and coaching purposes only. Results may vary based on individual effort, market conditions, and execution. Please take note of this. Always comply with regulatory compliance and ethical sales standard. This is very, very key. When you are in sales, right? Don't don't sell because of commission. Don't sell because you just want to make money. Don't sell because I I just need to push this product to this client because he doesn't understand what he wants to buy. It is absolutely wrong, right? Client will get to know and it's going to damage your reputation, right? It's going to cause a run on the company you work with. So stop doing that. Okay. Why do some agents close 10,000 deals effortlessly? Why struggle to close even 1K client? Why? Because they don't understand the psychology behind high ticket client. And high ticket sales are not about luck, they are about psychology, positioning, and masterings of behavior. And I'm going to show you different behavior strategies that I practically adopt to close high ticket client. No, a lot of us believe that when you close high ticket, right, they'll feel, oh, it's lucky. It's not lucky, right? Anybody you see chasing high ticket client is not luck, right? They actually work for it. They have skill set that others don't have. And that is one thing that I want to encourage all sales, advisors today. If you are selling, okay, and you want to, attract high ticket client, this is for you. Now, the first thing you need to understand is the pain point, right? There is no way you will sell to high ticket client if you don't understand their pain point. What actually keep them up at night? What are those things that make them to have sleepless nights? If you don't understand the pain point, you might not be able to close high ticket client. Number one, client ghosting after showing interest. Have you ever present to a client, high ticket client, and after they start ghosting you, they don't pick your call? If you have been in that position, I want you to put on the comment chat, say yes, I've been in that situation before, and I will tell you what is missing. Okay. Now, if that is your experience, it means that there are so many things that is missing in your presentations, right? If a client is ghosting you after showing interest, after presenting to them, then you need to watch what you are doing and make sure that you repositioning yourself, your strategies to make sure to attract and close high ticket client. Number two, price objections that feel impossible to overcome. Most times, right? Most time we feel that, oh, this thing is too much, it's too expensive for the client, and as such, right, the client, the price might be an objection. Sincerely speaking, it might not really be an objection if you position your offer and this client see the value in what you are showing to them. Now, look, I've seen that in many occasions that clients buy value. Okay, they don't buy product, they don't buy features, they buy value. What is the need for me is what is actually concern the client, right? Again, confidence dropping after too many rejections. So if you are in a situation where you present, right, and you feel like you face consistent rejections, the confidence level start dropping, right? Now, today, you will learn the strategies that separate top closer from the average seller. So these are the pain points of several advisors. If this is you, please, I want you to type on the comment section that it's me, right? And this is not just for us to like put there. I just want to know, like, what are the things that is missing in your presentation? And I want you to please on the comment chat, if there is any other thing that you want me to address in the course of this presentation, put it there. I'll be more than happy to share them. So these are the three key things that you are facing, okay, as an insurance, real estate, mortgage agent, okay, that you have, you are facing any of these three, okay. This presentation is for you. Let's look at the high ticket mindset. Client buy confidence, certainty, and transformation, not the product. Anytime, you must have a shift in your mindset that what the client buy is confidence, your certainty, the certainty and transformation, not the product. High ticket selling requires shifting from transactional to transformational. Now, if you are selling and the goal is just for you to quickly make money, so it means that you are a transactional advisor. Client will feel that immediately, right? So you need to shift from transactional to transformational. Now, what transformation means is that you should be able, okay, when you meet a client, right, the product must actually address the client's needs, okay, one. Two, must also like add value to the client's life, regardless of your commission. A lot of us will put ourselves first before the client. No. As a high ticket closer, all right, you put your client first. The needs of your client is very, very key, right? Even if that product is going to pay you as much commission as you want, the most important thing you should understand is that what is the value the client is going to get at the end of the day. I'm going to give examples of life insurance product. Okay, a client buy life insurance product because of security of his family, because of financial freedom, because in case anything happened to me, anything happened to him or her, the family will be secured, right? It doesn't really matter how much the client want to pay. The most important thing you should understand is what is in it for the client. And it actually starts with your confidence level, right? The client could easily feel your confidence when you are in front of them and presenting to them. And this actually has to, it's put down on so many things. It has to do with your product knowledge, understanding of the marketing environment, the economic environment, the risk involved in the product. You must be able to address all of this. Certainty, the client want to also know, right? If I buy this particular product, what certainty will this product give my family? And the product must be able to take my family from point A to point B. If I buy a life insurance product and anything happens to me, critical illness, at least I shouldn't be worried about paying my bills and doing so many things. That is what the client wants to know. Agents must see themselves as a trusted advisor, not a salesperson. What is happening in today's market is we have a lot of sales agents that does not really put client needs in the center of their sales. All right. And the industry is changing rapidly, right? So We are not salesperson, right? We are trusted advisors, and the client could feel that, right? It's come from all these three key points I'm telling you. The client will know, right? From confidence, certainties, and transformation. Number two, focus on solving the problem, not selling features. Now, so the clients, what you are as advisor, what you are doing, you are solving problem. Okay. Anytime you are in front of a client, the client is having some little challenges. Could be debt, could be taxes, could be investment options. See, you should be able to solve all these key problems. For example, let's look at medical professionals. What are the key problems that they are facing? Taxes. And that's what keep them awake at night. Okay. You should be able to address that in any of the presentation. How will this particular product help you in solving your tax problem, like saving money on taxes? How much tax do you pay in 2024? How much did you pay when you apply these strategies in 2025? That's what the client is looking to. Client does not really care about the type of insurance product you're selling to them. They are looking at the problem they are facing and how you are able to provide strategic solutions to that problem. Understanding client behavior. Everybody type client behavior. Client fear making a big mistake more than spending money. The fear of every client, right? Is they're going to lose money. And it happens a lot in the industry. Some advisors, they give a wrong recommendations, and as such, client lose money. Okay. Buying trigger for high ticket client. Number one, status. Will this elevate me or my family? Now, what is the product? What will this product do for me? Like number one, right? Saving on taxes. At least it's going to put more money in our bank account, right? Number two, in case if I'm sick, right, I'll have enough money at least to take care of my recurring bills like mortgage, like rent, like bills. That's what the client is looking to. How will these particular solutions elevate my family, my status, my life? Certain thing. Can I trust you to deliver? Right? Clients, see, clients buy you before they buy the products. And I tell you, but before they come to you, they must have conduct a little bit of research on you. So trust comes in so many ways, right? Understanding of the product knowledge, the market and the regulatory environment, all the risk that associated with the product you want to sell to them. They want to know. You must be able to demonstrate that will give them certainty, confidence that they can buy from you. Urgency. Why should I act now? You have to paint a scenario, tell a story, right? If you don't do this right now, okay, if you're unable to come back home tomorrow, how will your family survive? You create that sense of urgency, right? You have three children, you have married, right? And you don't have protection in place, right? If you fail to come back home tomorrow, what will happen to your wife? What will happen to your family? What will happen to the education, right? What about if your insurability change? I'm talking about life insurance right now. You need to create an urgency, tell a story of somebody who failed to act and things happen, and it's really, really. I'm going to tell a story of a client that I met. We had a very good presentations, and at the end of the day, clients, I present the solutions to the client, and the client said, "Well, Mr. Fashola, right now I have some, financial challenges. Like I won't be able to do this right now. So maybe next time I'm gonna call you just for you to, anytime I'm ready." I think a week or thereabout, they call me back and the client has stroke. Insurability change. So those are the kind of stories that you can, tell your clients so that they have that sense of urgency. Positioning before the sales. High ticket closer don't chase, they attract. Key strategies: authority positioning, content, testimonials, and results. Like if you go to my LinkedIn or my Facebook page, I post some, that I posted a testimony of one of my clients that gave me very good reviews on Google, that because of what I did for him, he was able, the family is now secure. So these are the kind of things you need to put out there, right? Because why? Testimonials is a powerful tools for closing high ticket client. They don't have time. They just want to know, have you done it for somebody before? What is their experience, right? Create relatable content, create shareable content that has value packed education that they can, that will relate to what is happening to them, right? Create a content on tax strategies, on how medical doctors can save on taxes, how business owners can save on taxes, how they can use these strategies to build wealth. They can use this strategy to build a bank on their own. See, these are the things that you need to show the client, right? Two, scarcity, limited slot, exclusive access. So this is something we call fear of missing out. So when you are putting an offer out there, make it, let it create uh, a result-based scarcity. Okay, when you are selling, especially when you are selling real estate, okay, limited offer available for this particular these houses in this certain zones or in this certain province. It's moving fast, right? I have only 10 slots available, so first come first up. These are the things that you can. So when clients see that there is limited slot available, chances that they're going to quickly act. Again, pre-qualification, don't waste time with wrong clients. So this happens a lot, right? When you want to close high ticket client, please make sure you pre-qualify them, right? You can set up a questions, right? There are questions that will select them, which will filter them to know whether this one is high ticket or not, right? Put some pre-qualified question there. For example, are you making $500,000 in a year? How much tax did you pay last year? How much tax did you save year before? What is your goal? So these are the things. So instead of you wasting time on all the client, you pre-qualify them, you filter them so that you know that, okay, this one is high ticket client, this one is not high ticket client. Okay, and these are strategies that will help. It will save you a lot of times instead of you to be chasing all the clients. So because why? You don't need to chase. You need to attract them through all these key strategies, right? The 3C framework for closing. Everybody type the 3C framework. 3C framework. Number one, clarity. Understand the client's real pain, not service problem. This is something that a lot of people are missing when it comes to high ticket closing. If the client, if you are not clear enough, you are confusing your client. Let me repeat myself. If you are not clear enough, you're confusing your client. Clarity is very, very important. Clarity of purpose. What exactly are you presenting to the client? Sometimes you make an offer and you are not clear about what you are saying. Client cannot even understand what you are talking about. It is very important that you let the offer be very clear, simple, direct to the pain point, right? Now, what problem are you trying to solve? Okay. Are you trying to solve tax problem? All right. Is it wealth building, debt, investment option? Be clear about what you are talking about, because the more you're clear about what you are saying, the easier for the client to quickly comprehend and know what you're talking about. So these are the things. It's not that client want to buy, but you confuse the client so much. You are not clear about what you are saying. Client cannot really understand what you're saying. And that's why they cannot really make that offer. They cannot say, look, I don't understand what you're saying. Have you ever imagined, like, you present it to a client and say, look, I don't understand what you're saying? If it has happened to you before, you can put on the comment chat, it has happened to me. Put it there, right? Because why? Clients buy clarity. You need to be extremely clear about what you're saying. Confidence, transfer certainty through tonality, presence, and authority. Your tone, right? Your presence, your authority matters a lot when it comes to high ticket closing. when we are presenting to the client feel your confidence level. When you don't have enough confidence, and enough confidence come from different ways, right? From understanding what you are talking about. If you are talking about a certain product, do you really understand it? If you are selling mortgage, for example, you need to understand different interest rates, different mortgage uh, types that we have in the market. And you should be able to compare all those things and show the client the benefit of taking whether variable, whether fixed, right? And what will be the benefit for that particular client. So it's not like, you come to the client and you don't understand what you are saying, you confuse the client more. Commitment, ask for decision with confidence and silence. Now, see, when you present your offer, let the client commit, right? There are times, and this, when you are in the times of confidence, your tonality really matters a lot. The way you talk, right? There are times you gauge your tones, right? There are times you need to talk slowly. There are times you need to raise your voice up a little bit. It all depends on the situations and the psychology, and you need to understand your client behavior, because as high ticket closer, we are also psychologists, because we read a client, we read them a lot, right? So before you do that, you must have been able to clear all these first two before you now ask them to commit. Ask for the decision with confidence and silence. That's when, see, when it comes to commitment, you ask for the decision with confidence and silence. You don't, you make it, you present it to them with empathy, so that they will understand that you are really, really interested in them. Like I said, right? Anytime you are presenting, you are closing. Client feel you. If you are trying to sell, right? If you are trying to make the relation to be transactional, they know, they can feel it. And it all boils down to ethical behavior in sales, right? Don't put yourself in the position in the middle of the sales, right? Your interest come last, your client interest come first, right? You must make sure that you protect your client interest, to make sure that whatever they are putting there, they have value for their money. Handle objection like a pro. These are common objections that we face in sales. If you agree with me, if this is what you are facing, I want you to type in the comment section that I agree with you. It is too expensive. That's one of the objection we are facing, right? I need to think about it. I have to talk to my spouse or business partners. If this is the kind of objections you are facing, please put it on the comment section. But I'm going to give you a very good way to approach and respond to this type of objection. Number one, acknowledge. See, when a client raises objection, please acknowledge the objection. Oh, it's too expensive. I totally understand. I know, right? Things are very tough right now. But here is this, right? I completely understand. Okay. And you now feel like, I know. Many clients have think like that before. But what they find out is that life insurance is not as expensive as you think. Because if you don't acknowledge them, if you don't acknowledge it first, chances are you start argue, and you can't argue with your client. You can't do that. You can't argue with your client. Number two, reframe. What you are really asking is whether the value outweigh the cost, right? Now, see, client is ready to pay. They want to pay, but the reality is that, do you show them the value of why they should buy that product? It all boils down to, like, have you ever seen somebody closing deals of millions of dollars and the client pay? Because why? It's value. Like, what will this product do for me? I don't care about the name you call it, but the value is what the client buy. Do you really show them that cost? Like, now it's expensive, right? But let me ask you this question. Which one is more expensive, right? To pay X amount of money to get this amount, or if anything happened to your family will be struggling financially. Which one is more better for you? Because when you look at the price, 100% the price, the value outweigh the cost of this particular product. And that is what the client wants to know, right? Let me know why I'm putting my money on this. 3, anchor, compare cost, bigger loss, taxes, debt, mixed opportunity. Now, this is about, we're not talking about, let me use that, let me relate this to taxes right now. Now, if you, sometimes when I present the offer to the medical professionals and they're saying, oh, Mr. Fasola, why should I put $5,000 on life insurance policy? My answer is that if you decided to take this money out from your corporation, you pay 40% tax. Yeah, if you pay yourself salary. If you take dividend, probably pay up to that as well. But let me show you this, right? Compared to when you put this money in life insurance policy, if it is paid from your corporation, right, you pay 12% taxes, 12 to 15% tax. Which one is better for you? You want to pay 40% or 12%? Because 12%. Now, another way is this, right? If you decided not to set up this life insurance policy and the money roll to your retained earnings, okay, and you invest the retained earnings, you pay up to 50 to 53% on taxes. Which one is better? 12% or 53%? It all depends on the way you put this offer before your client. Guys, high ticket client is very easy to close, but it all depends on your product knowledge, your understanding of the strategies behind what you are talking about. Because if a client is telling you that, look, why should I put 10,000, 100,000 on life insurance policy, for example? Why should I buy this house as compared to this? You need to show them this is high brown area, okay? This is Toronto, okay? If you put your money here, of course, you can get this house cheaper in other area, but look at the market value here. Look at houses selling in this area, okay? And compare the price of those assets, the house, to where you want to buy, okay? So the clients really want to know that if I buy now, this is the cost here. What about if I set up this one? If I set up life insurance, if anything happens to me, all the debts will be paid. See, these are the things that the clients want to hear. And you must be able to put it in a way that will make sense to them. Don't just talk to them, just present. It's not about presentation, right? You need to explain why they need to take action. Close, bring back to result. You need to show them people that you have done it for and they have result. Show them the testimonial. Practical closing techniques, future pacing. Now, this is an example, right? Imagine 12 months from now, you are debt free and building wealth. How would that feel? How would that sound to you? Like, of course, I'll be very, I mean, it sounds good, right? Uh, this is the power of silence. After asking for close, stop talking. Now, this is something that you must understand when it comes to high ticket closing. All right. When you ask question, please pause, right? And let them talk. Because if you don't let them talk, chances that you are not going to know what kind of objections they want to bring out. But if you continue to talk, talk, and talk, you might not be able to solve the problem. Identify based question. Are you kind of person who wait for perfect timing or do you create it? Tide offer. So you create different levels of offer. Always have full premium, mid-level, entry-level options. So please give them options. If they are trying, if they are waiting, okay, If this is not what you really want, let me give you another options. If this is not what you want, let me give you, at least give them 2 or 3 options. Let them pick from whatever options you show them. Building long-term trust for repeat high-ticket client. I have this experience, like I close high-ticket clients and they begin to refer friends to me. Like I have some medical professionals, right? When we finish their presentations, when we finish their product, right? We'll set up their own insurance strategies. They refer colleagues, their colleagues to me. Why? Because they can feel they are very, very confident about what I'm giving them. They are certain and to so and they trust me. Follow up is where fortunes are made. A lot of us wants to call 1 or 2 people, 1, 2, 3 times, right? Give up. I have a client, right? I have a prospect. I've been following on this prospect for the past 8 months now, and we've not closed the deal. Last month, we want to. He said I should give him 1 month, one month more. I keep following up. So if you don't follow up, right, there is no way you can close high ticket client. Most of them, you don't close them one off like this. No, you have to continue to follow them, follow up time without number. Nurture with value driven content, not desperation. So there's what you call, there is lead and there is lead nurturing. Okay, so when you have a lead, you must nurture them. You must build relationship. You must build credibility. You must build trust. You don't meet them in 1 month and say, I have to close them. That's it. It's possible. It's possible. Possibly, maybe they have been watching you on your content, your postings, and all of that. And now, and they just feel like at this level, I think I need to take actions. It is possible. But most of them, they want to test your doggedness, and they want to have relationship with you first before they can commit. I mean, they want to commit their money into your hands. And don't forget, we are talking about high ticket clients. Some of them pay as much as $100,000 premium. Some pay as much as $500,000, right? So for those kind of lead, you need to follow them. You need to make sure that you follow up and build relationship. Again, don't be too desperate to sell. If you are desperate, client can feel it. You see all these things, right? It's psychology, right? Once you are desperate, you start calling. Oh, when are we going to sell that one? We have to sell this one. They will not say, look, they will tell you, say, look, this is not my priority for now. I'm going to get back to you. When you sound too pushy, too desperate, they stop picking your call. Stop doing that. High ticket client buy into your brand values and stories. Like, your brand matters a lot. Okay, I've been saying this over and over. And brand comes the way people see you, the way people perceive you. Because what happened is this, right? They judge you by your brand. Your brand is your reputation. Your brand is your value. How do people see you? What do you put on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your Instagram? Okay, it matters a lot, right? What is your value, right? I mean, if you want to be, if you want to close high ticket client, you also must be high ticket advisor. It's just as simple as ABC. Put up a very good brand out there. Let people see that and create a very valuable content, right? Relatable, shareable, authentic content, and put up stories out there. We are in a digital era right now. People are competing for attention. All these things is going to give them more opportunity to see you, and trust you. Loyalty strategies deliver more than promise. Referral and renewals flow naturally. Once you do all of this, trust me, they will continue to refer themselves to you. They will continue to refer themselves to you. Key takeaway: high ticket selling is about psychology, not price. Like, see, high ticket closing, it's not about price, it's psychology. There's psychology that surrounds it. If you don't understand it, you can't close. Two, position yourself as an authority and trusted guide. You must be that go expert advisor that people, that client can trust. Three, use 3C framework: clarity, confidence, and commitment. Handle objection with empathy, reframing, and authority. Build trust for long-term growth and repeat business. Final quote. Let me leave you with final quote. Client don't buy the product, they buy the person who give them the certainty. Imagine that. I want you to take away this quote. Clients don't buy the product, they buy the person who give them certainty. It's your time to elevate. Apply these strategies this week and watch how you start attracting, not chasing, high ticket clients. Thank you so much for listening today. I want to really appreciate everyone. So if you have any question, you can please drop in the comment chat, right? Any question, please. Any question, any question. All right. So it's nice, having you on the call today. I really appreciate your time. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about 10 important things that your accountant didn't tell you as a medical professional that will help you to build wealth. 10 things that you need to know as a medical professional your accountant didn't tell you. I will be sharing practical insight and guides on how you can build wealth, business owner, medical professionals, and entrepreneur tomorrow. So on this note, I'm going to bring this meeting to an end. I want to appreciate everybody that joined my these presentations today. It been just feel like maybe 40 minutes of learning, sharing practical skills and insight on how I close high ticket clients. I'm gonna see you tomorrow again. Thank you so much, and bye for now.